If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. The Saints Block Party podcast coming at you, coming off of a bye week, presented by Precious Works LLC. And it would be like the least Saints thing ever for us to actually like have a quiet bye week. That is not what happened at all. So we have a lot to talk about. This is the Saints Falcons preview pod for week 12, Falcons hate week, all that. And we're going to get into the game for the second part of the podcast. But if you're just joining us or you're new to the podcast, Adam coming at you with my guy, AKA Wolf Ryan. No, Dante, it doesn't. It says big block. Sir, doesn't say what you thought it said. Like, who do you take me for? Anyway, but the Saints. Kevin said was hoping it would say women. Log off, Kevin. Not going to get through this. It says big block for people who are not watching the YouTube version of this podcast or the video version. It says big block for just the audio listeners. But if you are on YouTube and watching this, you can hit like and subscribe. Mark said Michelle taking phone from Rock. That is Kevin's MO all day. But we had to talk about the story that Jeff Duncan put out I think it was last Friday? I don't even know when it came out, bro.
No, bro.
Not surprised that story came out after a Saints win, because like the messaging of that would have came out after them losing to the Panthers would have just been like. So we got to talk about that. And then today the news comes out that wide receiver Brandin Cooks waived, gone.
Deuces.
And the funny thing is, like, that article in the Cooks waiving, like, they go hand in hand so well, Wolf. Like, they go hand in hand so well. And before we get into any of that, I want people to recognize this. The Saints may have found themselves, it's been 2 games, but they may have found themselves a quarterback that's on the scale of decent starting quarterback to, maybe we may legit have something here. That is nothing to sneeze at. Like, that is a positive for the season and the outcome. If Shough continues to play well, it's like kind of has the platter right in front for him on Sunday for like a very injured and just moribund Falcons team. But we'll get into that. And depending on how Kellen Moore shakes up as a head coach, at least we know he's at least decent at calling mostly okay plays during the game, like the course of the game. As an actual full head coach, we'll see. But those are 2 things that are positive, right? Like, there's no way to mask that. Those are positive things.
Yeah.
But in the vacuum of the Saints, that article, the Jeff Duncan PR piece, whatever that came out, gives you like shows exactly why this team is where they are. It's not just the Saints, also the Pelicans. Like why both organizations, both professional sporting teams in New Orleans are just a mess. They're a fucking mess. And they have been. And let's just get into the article. Justin Cash, thank you for the $2 super chat. Justin said Rita was right. Yes. Hashtag justice for Rita. I want to kind of go over a couple of things from that article that Jeff Duncan put out. Two things that caught my eye. The two things, and you can kind of take it wherever you want to take it. But the two things that caught my eye talked about, and I'm not going to talk about like the Pelicans piece. I could get into it, but like there are some things that she said about the Pelicans in this piece that like was hilarious. But basically, I'm gonna read this you verbatim. This is Gayle Benson saying, this is a quote from Gayle Benson. This offseason, Mickey managed the retirement of Derek Carr, saving us $30 million in cap space. He also traded defensive tackle Colin Sanders to the Jags for our starting veteran center, Luke Faulkner, who has played a pivotal role in the absence of Eric McCoy following his season-ending injury. I am told that the Sanders was just released by the Jags. We currently hold 7 draft choices in the 2026 NFL draft, all which will continue to help us with this young roster. Oh, and then here's the kicker. Mickey is one of the longest tenured and most respected general managers in the NFL. That's a fucking lie. So, like the league, the people in the league don't believe that. But let me digress. In 2006, he was a lone voice in our building to hire Sean Payton. When I'm asked to hold Mickey Loomis accountable, I do. So in this whole word just vomit that Gayle Benson, not Greg Bensel, okay, talks about, like, yeah, because Gayle Benson knows who's fucking Luke Faulkner and Colin Sanders fucking is. Fuck out of my fucking face. She cites Mickey hiring Sean Payton in 2006, which, what year is it going to be when January comes in a couple of months, Wolf?
2026.
Oh, so 20 fucking years ago. She's signing a almost 2-decade signing of a head coach who now has the Denver Broncos at 9-2 with not very good quarterback play. So maybe that says some more thing about the head coach and the GM. And it's also citing a trade that happened in the preseason for Luke Faulkner as reasons of why like Mickey Loomis is #good. When I'm asked to hold Mickey Loomis accountable, I do. Can we talk about the NFL trade that happened in 2022 with the Saints and the Eagles? And didn't that trade lead to them giving up a top 10 pick to the Eagles in 2023? And then that pick was then used to draft Trevor Penning, who then just recently got traded to the Chargers. His 4th year in the league, and within his first start with the Chargers at left tackle, he gave Josh Allen Hines the sack record for the Jags, and then got benched.
Benched. His first game, traded to a new team and got benched. Which is on them. They played him at left tackle, which like ain't nobody told y'all to do that, bro. Like ain't nobody told y'all to do that shit.
And then she's talking about the Derek Carr $30 million cap space, but can we also talk about like who guaranteed Derek Carr's money when he was coming off injury going into this offseason and was still trying to keep Derek Carr on the team when he adamantly did not want to play for the Saints anymore?
Like what is this? He saved us $30 million. Like what? Like Derek Carr saved you $30 million.
Yes. What
from
really,
yourself.
Which is wild because he got injured on a fucking offseason injury.
Gayle, don't bullshit us. Don't
Plantation
bullshit
Princess Gayle. You gotta take her.
Plantation.
Name, right?
Stop. Then this notion of when I'm asked to hold Mickey accountable, I do. What does that mean?
What does that look like?
I don't understand that. Like who asked her to hold? Like who? Like you the owner. Like you own the team. Like nobody asked you to hold him accountable. You just do it. Like you look at the results. Remember the results?
Oh.
You look at the results, and then you hold the general manager. One of regardless if he's respected or not, he's one of the most powerful men in the NFL. Period. As far as running a team, you need to hold him accountable, and you just haven't, man. And it's obvious. Like everybody knows. Everybody knows that there's no accountability here. Yes, is he working hard or is he? I don't know. Like I'm sure he's working hard.
He doesn't even go to the games, Ryan. How you gonna be a general manager not at the games of your own team, nigga? What? Okay.
What are we? How many? And today, like you said, the Brandin Cooks thing is just a perfect example.
Cherry on top.
Perfect example. Just a cherry on top. Like, yes, it's only $7.7 million or whatever. Yes, they were able to save a couple of million because Brandin Cooks wanted out of here. He was like, "Look, man, we can figure this out. I got to get out of here," But just the signing just never made sense. It just never made sense in the beginning. When it happened, it was like, huh? It was like, well, okay, I guess. Then it's like, you looked at the contract and it was like, wait, who was competing for the services of Brandin Cooks, a 33-year-old Brandin Cooks?
Nobody.
The
funny thing of the Cook signing, as often as negative we get painted as the medium and media that we put out regarding the Saints, you and I were both complimentary of the signing. Like we were
like, okay,
because everyone else was like Twitter was like in an uproar after the signing. We were like, damn, like these niggas need weapons. Like
they ain't got no weapons. It was like, oh well.
And then in training camp, we was like, man, we're not hearing any Brandin Cooks buzz. Like this nigga on the team. Is he okay? Like what is happening? And so if you are a listener of this podcast, I talked about it very heavily around the trade deadline and said on this podcast numerous times, the Saints, their perspective for Brandin Cooks signed, because first they didn't want to trade him at all. They didn't want to trade him at all because of he's a vet presence in his leadership. He's a team captain. I asked on Twitter today, has a team captain ever been waived midseason? And people had I guess the Browns did it. But no, I meant specifically for the Saints. Has a team captain ever been waived midseason for the team? So I was told they didn't want to move him because of his vet leadership and his presence, just like they didn't want to move Devon Gottschalk. Okay, cool. Then something happened where Cooks went to the GM and said, hey, listen, bruh, can you just get me on out of here? Like, I thought I was going to be coming to a team that was going to be better than this.
Right.
And also he thought he was going to be playing with Derek Carr, which is another, that's where the CTE and the head injuries. But anyway.
Yeah,
so then
you watched any games?
Then the perspective changed for they were like, okay, let's see if we can accommodate him, get him to a team. He wants to be on a contender, what have you. Cool. And I was told, and I said on this podcast, if they were to meet Cooks, they were going to get 2027 6th or 7th. Would they had to probably have reworked the contract for the team he was going to go to? Yeah, but they just showed you that that's not hard to do. They literally did it today when he got waived. They didn't move him. Stayed on the team. Played against the Panthers at the trade deadline and what have you. And then heading into the Falcons game, released. Gone. That's the shit I'm talking about the whole from start to finish. The signing of him for the amount that they signed him for without any competition for his services. Then when things went sour, they could have potentially traded and got something for him. Something. They could have gotten something for him. People where? How do you know this? At this point, people like that on Twitter, they ask me that, they just get blocked. I'm sorry. I don't have time to reiterate to people over and over again the shit that I know and the shit that I hear. I don't have time for it. They didn't move him. Cool. And then they released him anyway? Like, that logic is just so flawed, Wolf. It is insane from start to finish.
And he will have dead money through 2027. Dead money. Brandin Cooks. 19 catches. 19 catches on the season. We'll have dead money, like $3 million in dead money on the books through 2027, bro.
I think it's 4.5 this season and then 3 next. For Brandin Cooks, Ryan!
And this is your general manager. Like, the general manager is supposed to be that, like, number cruncher, conservative, from a business standpoint, everything dotted, I's dotted, T's crossed. Just, he's supposed to be the guy that's on point. Like, your head coach, head coach would be crazy. Head coaches just won't win a day. They don't care. But your general manager is supposed to be that sanity, just the adult in the room. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who is the adult in the room in the Saints organization? Who? Like, you? Who? What? Who? Who's the adult?
It used to be Sean Payton. That used to be the adult. And I don't want to keep bringing him up, but I think it's important to put the context in it, because when you see what the Broncos have done this season up to this point, and Sean has had his plenty of mistakes.
Plenty.
Like, Jonathan Taylor should be on the Saints right now, but he's not, because Sean Payton had to have Cesar Ruiz because he was pissed at Laurie Warford. So right. Sean Payton didn't have his lack of mistakes either. But for the most part, he was able to be that adult in the room. And this is a really important part, he had a vision. He always had a vision of what he wanted the team to be and look like. And that is a question that we have been asking. We've been doing this podcast almost 6 fucking years. It'll be 6 years next year in April. We've been asking the same fucking question. What is the vision? What is the vision for the team?
What is the vision? We've been asking this since this has been Mickey Loomis's team, since Sean Payton left and he has took control, which he has. He's took control of the team. And it's like, and the thing with Sean Payton is he would like make mistakes and he would do dumb stuff, but at least he would get to points where it's like, okay, this ain't working. Like, he went for years with, the same old coaching crew, with the same front office and all that stuff. Eventually,
Gary Gibbs, Ryan
Pace, Joe Vitt, and Bill Johnson running the D line, and just the same look, scouting, Ryan Pace and all that. Eventually, brought in Jeff Ireland, completely revamped the scouting staff. Then eventually brought in, Ryan Nielsen on the defensive line. Brought DA back to run the defense.
Dan
Campble,
Aaron Glenn.
Started looking more into the wide zone, the outside zone, running game, bringing in some coaches to learn about that. Just started revamping some things. Well, Mickey, what fresh ideas are you bringing in? Like Thomas Dimitrov, like where he at? I haven't seen him since. Is he working remotely? Like
Randy Mueller?
Randy Mueller, who with the Saints in the 90s? Like,
nigga, how bad is it that Dave Ziegler was here for like what, a season and a half or 2 seasons? He's like, man, let me go to Tennessee.
Get me out of here, man. My career about to die over here. Let me get on out of here, man.
Hey, from Vegas. Went from Vegas to the Saints, got to the Saints and said, let me go with the Titans. Who picked 1 of 1 last year, bro.
Kai can't even get DEI interviews. He can't get the Rooney interviews, bro.
Even before the DEI got shut down, bro. He wasn't getting them shit, bro. What?
Crunch them numbers, bro.
Nigga, you want a GM job coming from where?
General manager from the Saints?
Airline? Oh, nigga.
No.
You don't pull up Excel and run them formulas
And it's like it's just crazy to be that Gayle just can't see it. But it's not crazy to me. Like I understand why she can't see it, you know?
So I wanted to pull up a quote from, I think it's Shamit, who covers the Pelicans, and he put this on his Substack. And this is everything. Like everything that we've talked about this with this team over the last couple of years, like just put so succinctly.
Succinctly put.
To the point. This is the heart of the issue. The inner circle is a family and friends plan that prioritizes comfort and loyalty over the pursuit of excellence she professes. She has created an insular structure, funded it to a point, and now as it fails, throw her hands up.
Throw her hands up. And then throw her hands up, if you could pull back up the Benson article where she says, she basically like, what do y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? She said, I hug the players when they're coming off the game. I give them hugs. I'm writing checks. I'm paying everybody. I'm writing checks. What else do y'all want me to do? I'm doing everything I can. And you can see you could just read the exasperation, like in the quote. Like, what more do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? And I get that to a certain extent from her standpoint, because it's like, okay, like, well, what I'm doing, like, I'm an owner. I can't put the pads on. Like, what else you want me to do?
But who is the person who's causing you to write all those checks, bitch? Like, what you?
Your job is to put the people in the positions to solve those problems. Like, those are.
Why do you think you have to write those checks? Like, Gayle.
Like, you ain't tired of writing them checks? You know?
Plantation Princess Gayle. Like, why do you, like, they cut, what was that? When they guaranteed that money to Derek Carr, was it $40 million?
Yeah, it was a $40 million guarantee. And when he retired, it saved 30. Like, okay.
Like, hello? Who made that decision to guarantee that $40 million? Like, these are the, like, but rich white people and money, you can't tell them nothing, bro.
Can't tell them nothing, bro. What you gonna tell them? And, you know, she's operating from a different standpoint. You know, Tom Benson bought the team in the 80s with money. He rags to riches, took $80 million, bought the team. And, you know, so there's like a care. It's just like, this is my baby. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing. She inherited the team from Tom Benson through some shenanigans. Oh. If you know, you know. She inherited the team.
Maybe we need to reach out to. We need to find Rita, bro. Could you imagine we had a Rita episode?
Rita. Oh, business here, baby. We don't care. We don't care. You could absolutely come on here,
bro. They would come for our asses, bro. We don't bitch, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But I just don't think she has that. Like, I think she cares to the certain extent of like embarrassment, and she lives in the city. You know what I'm saying? She lives in the city. She lives uptown.
That's why she fired DA after that Panthers game last year, because it had gotten to that boiling point of embarrassment.
Yeah, her, and she got to live with that. But I'm talking about beyond with the outside thing, your own pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what the hell? I'm paying for this? Like, this is the company I run, and this is the product that I'm getting. No, y'all got to go. Heads got to be chopped. And even if her thing was like, okay, I'm not going to fire Loomis, to put that statement out like, oh, it's ridiculous to even talk about firing Loomis like that, just to put that message out. Like me, I would use that as an opportunity to put notice like, oh, everything's on the table. Like, I am not happy with this. I am not happy with this product. I know the fans ain't happy. If they ain't happy, I'm 1,000 times even more upset. Everything's on the table. Everything. Fine, whatever it is, everything is on the table. So I'm sending notice to everybody through that article. But she's sending out like, oh, it's ridiculous to even talk about firing Loomis. Like, she's one of the greatest GMs in all time. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
And that's why we say on this podcast, you know, we see what happens with the Saints and their win-loss record, but they end up with the top 5, top 3 pick, 1 overall. I 100% understand why fans are just like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
Cool. Shout out to our dude Justin Cass with the $2 super chat. He said, "Need Pablo Torre to save us, please,
bro.
please."
I've added him already, bro. Like, please, come look at the books.
Dante said, "Mick so dumb that I wouldn't be surprised if Cook still got debt money from the last time he was with the team."
You know what, bro? I mean, it wouldn't shock me, bro. You go look at the players on the dead money. It's like, what? Jameis Winston and
it's insane,
Andy
bro.
Dalton and Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas ain't get a thank you yet, but still got dead money on him.
But they gave Brandin Cooks a thank you for playing half a season and 19 catches. It's cold-blooded, bro. Cold-blooded. And then go into this whole friends and family thing, because we've always talked about like the Saints ran like a mom and pop organization, and things have come out and kind of matches what I've heard in terms of like with the Pelicans. Joe Dumars was essentially kind of made GM of the Pelicans because like he's close friends with Gayle Benson and things like that. And then the weird thing with like Willie Green, where the last Pelicans GM, David Griffin went to fire Willie Green like last season, but like Gayle didn't allow it to happen because Willie Green was a close friend. Like this is part of the problem. The friend shit and the business shit, and it's been happening for years, has intermingled so much that even if the product or the whatever it is isn't good, it has blinded their vision to do what is necessary for the improvement of a team going forward. Whether it's the Pelicans, whether it's the Saints. Happened with you'll be like, they say what you want. There was no way they was going to pick anyone other than DA when Peyton left. No way. Wasn't going to happen.
It was a sham. It's a complete sham. Everything that was going on. DA all day.
And the funny thing is with the Pelicans, so their GM, Joe Dumars, during the draft, makes a awful trade, basically giving up their first round pick next season unprotected. Very out of the Mickey Loomis playbook.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the NBA. And their pick is probably going to be a top 3 pick, maybe 1 overall in the NBA draft next season that they won't have. They won't have it at all. And the draft next year for the NBA is supposed to be like one of the better draft classes in like the last couple of years. Are you not like embarrassed about that? Like that's just okay. Like that's just cool.
That should be embarrassing. Like that should be embarrassing, man.
And it's almost as bad as the Trevor Penning like Eagles trade, but it could be even worse because of the talent that's going to be in the NBA draft next year. And your team has 2 wins on the season for the Pelicans.
2 wins.
How you got 2? How both your professional sports team got 2 wins on the goddamn season, Wolf?
Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And it just sucks, man, because I've said it a million times, man. New Orleans is such a great sports city. It's a football town. They love the Pelicans, regardless what, outsiders say that it's not a basketball town. They love the fuck out the Pelicans, bro. Love the hell out of them. When the Pelicans looking good, they in that building, in that ragged-ass Smoothie King Center, lighting it up, bro. Lighting it up. And, bro, they just deserve so much better. And I just wish Gayle it's like, you should want more. You know what I'm saying? You should want more. And it's what Shamit said in there is like that desire for excellence. Like in nowhere in that Jeff Duncan article was there a mention about being a Super Bowl winner.
Woo! Talk about
contending. It wasn't mentioned like at all. Like there was no talk of it. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the goal of all of this? Is getting back to being a contender. That's all she care about, bro. That revenue sharing, as long as that's going out, and she talking about, we're renovating, and we got the Chapman Square renovation.
Got buildings coming, Wolf. Got buildings coming.
We building stuff, and
aren't those tax write-offs because they're a business?
Hello. Hello, you just signed a new deal with the state of Louisiana. You know, where you get the most handsomest deal probably in the country. Yeah, on the backs of taxpayers, honestly. But what you gonna do? You know, that's my team, though. That's my team.
Niggas make it hard, bro.
They make it hard, boy. Woo.
Oh,
They make it really hard, and it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be that damn hard.
You hit on that point so well in that article. Like, there's not being a mention of them being the Saints being a Super Bowl team, the Pelicans being, you know, a contender in the NBA. If you're a fan, that should be such a telling indictment of like where things are for both teams, of how organizations run. Our dude John Singler, who keeps track of like the maps, they blocked out the Saints Falcons game. I think it was in Shreveport.
Shreveport, yeah. Rosenthal mentioned that on Around the League, like on NFL Daily. I'm sorry, Shreveport, bro. Like, I get it. Shreveport has a lot of Cowboys fans. I get it, but on Atlanta versus the Saints,
Come on, bro.
Falcons versus Saints, and I've seen the pictures of the Smoothie King Center, empty, nobody in that, and that's good. Like, that's good. We've said it. Like, the only thing they will listen to is their pockets. So, you know, I mean, I know it's hard. I know that this don't gonna be lit playing the Falcons and all that, but man, like, I stay my ass home, honestly, bro.
When I said in our Discord and I said on this podcast that for our next meetup, you know, next year, like the big meetup we have in New Orleans, like us not going to the game, like I meant that shit, bro. Like,
For real, man. Me too.
we'll find we will find a place to go and kick it and watch the game and still have a great time. If it's an away game that like maybe has my eye, cool. I know that money's not going to Gayle. Cool. The only thing that, and it's not even Saints related, it's more for my family, is that officially announced Saints will play in Paris 2026. The opponent's not known. But those are the things that, and I want to give importance to the fans because of what I was told. Shout out to Justin Cash, $2 super chat. He said,
much love, Just.
Todd Graves, save us, please.
Please.
That part of the reason why that article with Jeff Duncan came out with Gayle Benson is that they have been inundated with emails, with letters from the fans telling Gayle to sell the team, telling Gayle to get rid of Mickey. So that's like, it has been so loud that partly part of the reason that article came out is kind of like for like a response to all the feedback and correspondence that they've been getting. So like my call of action to the fans is like, don't fucking stop.
Turn this shit up. Turn it up.
Turn it up. All the way up. Because you may not think as a fan that it affects them or it matters to them. It absolutely does. It
100%.
absolutely does. Our dude Rod said they stopped sending out the surveys, fam. Wonder why. Wonder why.
Hey, man. It's like, and look, we'll see, man. I mean, winning cures a lot.
Sure does, bro.
And, you know, not saying that they're on the precipice of winning games, but look, man, Tyler Shough, if he could go out there and I mean, we're gonna talk about like draft picks and, you know, wins and all that stuff, but if he go out there and spank the Falcons, boy, you won't get on the good side of Saints fans. Go beat the Falcons.
Like,
go beat the Falcons, bro. Convincingly, go beat the Falcons. You'll get on the good side very quickly. Very quickly.
So let's get into that game, but before we do, Derek Green had 30 points. Good for them. let's Yannick said, I'm so intrigued to see the letters are before CK on Adam. It's not a vest, it's a jersey. But I turned it around because I didn't want the Florida Leafs to show. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll get into Saints, Falcons, and Falcons Hate Week. We'll be right back after this. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we are back. So we are diving into this breakdown preview of Saints versus Falcons. I'm gonna say it, Wolf. I know that they were. I asked this how much they were favored by I think like yesterday or whatever, and I think it was like the Saints were favored by 1.5 or something like that. Terrible audio podcasting as I'm looking up what the line is. So it's still yeah, 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, still 0.5. In terms of the line, this is the game that the Saints should win. There's no if, ands, no way to dice it up. The Falcons will be without their quarterback, Michael Penix, who is on IR. They will also likely be without Drake London. So this is the game where the Saints should be able to win. And like you said before the break, Tyler Shough getting his third start at home, his first start in the Dome at home, because both his starts have been on the road. And if that momentum from that Panthers game can carry over against the Falcons, it would be a huge win, because the big thing for this season, we've talked about this over and over again, is them knowing what they have at quarterback going into 2026. So we thought Shough played, considering the opponent, the environment, his first start, thought he played pretty okay against the Rams. Because then you see what the Rams have done since that game. It's like, God damn, like, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Serious.
And then goes on the road against the Panthers, almost has a 300-yard game. So now it's set up for you at home. Now it's going to be, your receivers are going to be Chris Olave, Valet, Mason Tipton. I know they signed Kevin Austin Jr.
Ooh. Ooh, wee.
Someone in the chat, I think it was Jake, said Timu ass wide receiver room.
Timu, bro.
But another thing is, this is probably the last home Falcons game with AK, Cam, and DeMario.
Yeah,
probably is.
Yeah.
Listen, old Adam, that would have, like, I would have been very sentimental about that. I'd been like, damn,
right.
it really is. Yeah. I'm like,
time moves on, man. You know, I get it though. I get where he's coming from. And look, Cam has had some great games against the Falcons over the years. Not so much, past recent years. Cam ain't having a terrible season. Like to say this, this is like his thank you for your service season. Like he's playing fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like Tyler Shough, it's interesting because the schedule is set up nicely for him down this stretch. You got the 2.5 games to play, then you got the bye week to kind of catch your breath. Like, okay, I'm okay. Now you got the final stretch. You play the Falcons, who beat up. Then who we play after that? The Falcons.
I just pulled it up. Falcons, and then you have the Dolphins in Miami. Then you have the Bucs in Tampa, December, and then you have the Panthers again at home in New Orleans. Following that with the Jets at home in New Orleans. Then you go on the road to Tennessee for the Titans, and you finish the season against the Falcons in Atlanta.
Mm.
Bro, that
like that's
I know Spence is like,
damn, bro. I can't get no love, man. Damn. Y'all be playing playoff. All I played was playoff teams since I've been in the league, and this nigga can get chumps. Like the only tough one is the Bucs, honestly, on that. And look, I'm not saying the Saints should be favored in most of those because Saints ain't good either. Like the Saints have not been good. They haven't shown. I mean, they won 2 games all season, so
I think they'll be favored against the Jets and the Titans.
The Titans. That's the only thing I could see. But the Falcons, this is gonna be a tough matchup defensively, bro. Because even though I know Brian, what's the quarterback name? It's just gone. Bryce Young. I know Bryce Young put up 448 in pass, just tore him up.
Almost 500 yards in passing against the Falcons, bro.
In the 2025 NFL. Nobody even doing that anymore. Tore him up, man. Tore him up. And he didn't do that against the Saints defense.
Sure didn't.
I'm just saying. But the defense, I've seen the Falcons defense. They could turn it on. They could turn it on. I don't know what was happening in that game or whatever, but it wouldn't shock me if they turn it on, bringing that pass rush. You got the young guys, Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. been all right, just hadn't really flashed like you wanted to. Jalen, they're still waiting for him to really come on. Caleb Ellis, I still see him turn up every now and then and make some big, game-changing plays and stuff like that. They got a defense, bro. Jesse Bates, he had a rough game last week, but he's still like a hunter, still would take that ball away. And I was saying earlier, Tyler Shough, you've gone 2.5 games without a turnover. You kind of do, kind of do for one. I'm interested to see how he responds to that. I want to see how he responds to, just some negativity or just some bad plays, some negative plays that happen. How he handles that. I want to see him. I just want to see how he handles some things, bro, because it was I must say it was hard to find really negative plays when I went back and looked at the Panthers get tape. I was
hard.
There were we talked about before, he misses some layups, some of the little gimme plays. He misses those sometimes. He had that problem in college. That's something a major thing he needs to work on. A lot of the instruction stuff he needs to work on. But just overall, it wasn't super negative. I was man, it's just real
at all.
Moving in the pocket well, move up in the pocket into the rush and avoid a player. Show real good. They say show quick movement skills and quick insights. Damn, this nigga playing, bro. Nigga playing. Nigga playing football, man. So I'm interested to see if he can just build on that against the Falcons, against another, a tougher defense.
Yeah, and the analogy I had used kind of before the bye week hit, but after the Panthers game is this Falcons defense is going to be a really good indicator in terms of where Shough is, because in his first 2 starts, he's faced 2 ends of the spectrum. He had the Rams defense, which top 3 defense in this league right now, being coached by Chris Finch. What was it? Yeah, Chris Finch, right? Shough. Sorry, not Finch. I'm confusing my coaches. Thinking of the NBA. Chris Shough with the best, front four in football, right? That was his first start on the road. Then he has the Panthers, which I'm not going to say they are completely on the other end of the spectrum, but in terms of Rams compared to the Panthers, like defensively, they are completely on the other end of the spectrum. The Falcons defense, even though they've had their ups and downs this season, they are more of like in terms of those two teams that I mentioned just now. Falcons are kind of more in the middle defensively in terms of what they can do. We saw them early in the season completely almost shut down Josh Allen and what they do on the defensive side of the ball. They have a really good rookie safety in Billy Bowman as well. So I'm interested to see how Shough responds and kind of playing like a middle tier defense. But to me, I was thinking about this earlier. It all kind of ties back to everything was more. It was a close to like a full team win against the Panthers. They had a run game. Run game had for almost 100 yards against the Panthers. Special teams played well, had blocked field goals. The defense played outstanding. So it was a full game from the team. So if one of those things go off track, let's say the Falcons shut down the run game. And it's much how it was kind of like with Spencer, had to kind of just go out there and just win. Whatever. It'll be good to see how he kind of responds to those situations. And as fans, I think we should be excited to see it because Shough being decent to good this season would be fantastic. Draft pick aside, if he shows to like be a dude at the end of the season, all you can ask for.
And like I know we want Loomis out and all that, but like it's like damn,
bruh. Shough come out to be good, bruh. Loomis gonna be in his office like
chest puffed out, bro. Like,
what was y'all niggers saying? Like he leaned into the heart. Lean to the heart, ER, and everything, bro. Like he don't even put an A on that shit. If Shough come out to be good, bro.
But you know what? I'll take it, bro. Like if Shough is like a dude, man, I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. And he has a chance to be. Yeah. He has a chance to be. But he also has a chance, like, you got to let these young, just got to let it play out. Like I posted the screenshot of the article after Will Levis first started. 4-touchdown game. He talking about it's a dream come true. Like it's you just don't know with these quarterbacks, man. So it could go like to hell real quickly for sure. I don't think it will, but who knows?
Hopefully
You got to let it play out. Yeah,
I will say that Shough, as much as I don't trust him as being like a full head coach in terms of like a play caller, I trust Shough what he's getting from Kellen more than anything Will Levis got in Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
Will Levis is terrible, by the way. I'm just saying, like in a vacuum, I think Shough is set up more for success just in regards to Kellen's play calling. Anything else? So a good thing, or what I'm going to be interested to see is that there's no Rashid Shaheed on the team. There's no Brandin Cooks on the team. So pretty much every defense is going to be honing into 12.
12. It's all day.
AJ Terrell, I'm going to be on 12. So I want to see how he responds, because this is the first time in his career, even when his rookie season, he had Michael Thomas. So he's always had someone else, kind of like, man, got Bailey and Mason Tipton. So I'll be interested to see how he kind of responds to that role of just being like truly like the primary guy on Sunday against the Falcons. And it'd be good to see one of the things that is on my radar. This is on my radar on this game. Jack Stoll with a full practice today, which probably means if he's full practice, he's probably going to play on Sunday. Someone said Jerry not in this chat. Crazy work. When Jerry used to be in these chats. Jerry don't come in here no more. I don't know what we did. Jerry, I don't know. If the run game falters more on Sunday and Jack Stoll's out there getting just tooted up in his run blocking. I swear, bro. I swear, if he's out there on Sunday and the run game takes a step back than it did against the Panthers, and he's at the scene of the crime for most of the missed blocks, I'm gonna be pissed off, Wolf.
I'm very fascinated to see. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they played the most under center play action against the Panthers than they did all year. If not all year, if not the most, second behind versus Buffalo. And it was interesting to see him do that with Tyler Shough. And you could see the difference. You could see the difference in the run game. You could see the difference in they didn't have like a bunch of like play action shots done, but you could see the opportunities were there.
Yep.
And Kellen talked about it, and it's like, why aren't we doing that more? Why? I know for young quarterbacks, it's hard for them to adapt to playing under center. It's just they just don't do it in college, you know.
Nope.
But Shough did do it. Like he did do it quite a bit at Louisville, but still not to the level that you do it in the NFL. I just would like to see more of that, man. Don't just break that out like in certain occasions. Like that should be a staple of the offense because you could see that it works. Like I hate when coaches do that when stuff works and they just don't do it. Like,
they don't do it. Ooh, it's the worst.
Keep going back to it until like the defense like stops it, you know. And then it's like, okay, let's try something else. But like man, keep going to that shit. So I'm interested to see if they stick with that under center play action a little more, especially at home because they rarely do it at home when they do it.
Rarely. Jake said Rattler just not able to do it. I mean, he did it against the Bills. I don't think it's a function. I don't think it's a function of the quarterback. It was a function of it. He
did it at South Carolina a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. And it's a staple of Clint Kubiak's offense when Kubiak is here. I don't know. I don't understand why he's not making that like just a centerpiece. I mean, I'm not saying do it 80% of the time, but like, 30, 40%. Why not?
Right.
You know?
So one thing I'll take our last break in a little bit and then we'll kind of talk about the Saints defense against Falcons offense as we close this out. That has been coming up that's just been annoying on my radar is people kind of going back and saying like, okay, one, that Shough should have started the season, and if he would have started the season, their record would be better. I just want people to understand that it's okay for quarterbacks to like sit.
Yes.
If they're not ready. It's okay.
It's okay. It is okay. And it's actually valuable. Exactly. And you know who told me that? Tyler Shough. Tyler Shough said it. It was valuable for him to just sit and just see the operation and listen to the calls going in and watch what Rattler do and the response and having like a method of preparing every week and stuff like that without having your head spinning going against the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. Like, imagine that as a rookie trying to do that and what that would do to you and your development. I think it was just a great idea that even though he wasn't ready, but I just think it was great that they just gave him the breathing room to just sit and just take a little bit in. He got to take a couple of snaps against the Seahawks, in garbage times, get hit a little bit, just to get a little bit of it in. That way, once you go in, it's like, I'm ready, okay, man. Let me just go in there.
Let me
get this done. I know what I'm doing,
It's just something that's been on my. It just makes me roll my eyes.
I see it all the time, bro. It's like, what are y'all talking about? Like, just be happy, bro. Just, I gotta win some kind of argument or something. Like, just be happy, man. Shit.
Anyway, let's take our last break of the evening. We'll come back, talk about Saints defense going against the Falcons offense, and we will close out the podcast after that.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. This week, I'm looking at Saints versus Bucks and selecting Chris Olave for higher than 50 yards and Baker Mayfield for lower than 3 touchdowns. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Block Party. Underdog. Make picks. Win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back. All right, let's wrap this up. And so this is, if you're a Saints fan, I think even without starting quarterback Michael Penix starting, no Drake London, I want to see if the game plan that they had in place against the Panthers, shutting down Rico Dowdle, and Chuba Hubbard, is a completely different beast going against 7 from Atlanta.
Completely different.
Top 5, top 3 back in the league in terms of his explosiveness, his agility, all that, and the speed and lack thereof that the Saints defense tends to have defensively. He's the type of player that speed and that lack of athleticism can get shown very quickly. And if you're the Falcons, you got Kirk Cousins, who has been ass in the times that he has played this season.
Yeah.
So him, and not only him, like the Saints have also been deep dicked by Tyler was it Algier? Algier. Jay pronounces his name wrong all the time, and then now, like, I do it because anyway, Algier. So that's the foundation of, obviously, like, I would expect Zach Robinson, Raheem Morris. Their game plan is going to essentially be to run it and, as much as they can until the Saints so they can stop it. That's the story of the game for me defensively, is can they shut down 7 in Atlanta?
Yeah, no question, man. And the problem is, like, the Saints defense with their gap integrity or lack of that integrity, tackling. I mean, the tackling has gotten better throughout the year, but it's still not good. I mean, Bijan Robinson, eat that for lunch, bro. Like, that dude, he's freaky, just a freaky player, like kind of like Alvin Kamara somewhat back when Alvin Kamara with his prime, just his ability to bounce off tackles and just make his body limp and then like shoot. But then he's like faster than Kamara was, and he is a different beast. The only problem with Bijan Robinson is the play caller to me. Like, it's the offense.
Bro,
like,
it's ass. All pistol. Like, offense, it is ass,
all pistol, bro. All spread. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all gonna do that with Kirk Cousins? Y'all gonna run that pistol shit? It's like, please, okay. Like, please do that, man. So that's gonna be the one positive is Zach Robinson, unless he changes it up. They're coming off a bye week. Are they coming off a bye week?
No,
they're not coming off. Anyway, they just got spanked by the Panthers, right? So, I mean, will they adjust? Like, will they adjust to their opponent, or will they just keep doing what they've been doing? Because it's kind of like what I just talked about the Saints. It's like, why aren't you doing more innocent? Why aren't you, trying these different things to get your run game going? You got Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. Y'all should be, like, destroying teams. Like, it just makes no sense. Your offensive line ain't terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There's plenty of worse offensive lines in the league. So it depends if they go in there and they actually lean on the strength of their team. They could put it on the Saints defense. Saints defense is just so weird to me.
Weird, bro.
It's annoying to watch, but like at the end of the game, you're like, they didn't do bad. They didn't do bad. They don't give up a lot of big plays over top. It's a lot of like, they let you get down to the red zone and then they kind of clinch up a little bit. Sometimes they get, let plays happen in the red zone. So it's not exactly bend but don't break. They break some, but they don't break to the point where where they could get some stops. Like they would have stretches of like a quarter or a quarter and a half or 2 quarters where they're getting stops, they're getting sacks. Chase Young getting active. Demario Davis, like, he might miss a tackle and stuff like that and look crazy, like look old in space sometimes. But he's still like an active player, super smart. Yep. He's still beating blocks sometimes and getting in the backfield. So it's gonna be interesting, bro. Like Mooney, you say Drake London gonna be out.
That's what I'm worried about is Mooney, bro.
Mooney, the guy you gotta watch for. Gotta watch for him. Will Kyle Pitts have a game? Like, has he had a game against the Saints? I'm trying to think. Like, has he had a Kyle Pitts game?
No. I mean, he had in his rookie season, he had like, I won't even call it a game. It was like a meh game at that. But no, he hasn't had like a game against the Saints or anything like that. Like, if you're the Saints defense, especially the defensive line, not that Penix was like a scrambler or like super mobile in the pocket before his injury, but you have Kirk Cousins back there.
You don't have to worry about it. You just
don't got like Chase Young, Cam Jordan, Carl Granderson, Big Creep, applying pressure. Like, they should be applying pressure.
Brian Brzee, where you at, bro? Like this is your time. This is your time to shine, bro. This is your time to shine. Get in that backfield, get Kurt off his spot, get him uncomfortable. Like, this is the time where you could really shine, bro. Like, show me something, man. Show me something.
I mean, we saw Chase Young the fourth quarter, especially of the Falcons game last year, for the meetup game, completely that drive where they were driving, like, completely like disrupted and just killed the Kirk Cousins and them driving down to try to score. So this is a game that, like, on the hashtag on paper, like, there really shouldn't be excuses why the Saints would lose this game with the Falcons missing their starting quarterback and their starting wide receiver who's been playing exceptional this season. So what's your how do the Saints get their third win of the season?
I think they do. I think they get a dub. I'm not going to predict the score, but I think they come out with a win, man. I think they get a nice, convincing win. And I want to see, I'm not going to say I want to see, but show me something, Shough, like game on the line. Game is in your hand in the fourth quarter. Ball is in your hand. You got to go get the dub, and you go get the dub. Show me something like that.
Okay.
That'll show me a lot.
I don't think it's going to be even that close. I'm going to go Saints win 30 to 17.
Saints offense 30 points.
I say 30 when they scored like fucking 17 against the Panthers 2 weeks ago. But
Kellen Moore calling plays. And look, Kellen Moore, he's talked a lot about self-scouting. They've been self-scouting through the bye week and da.
What's their highest point total for the season? It was
24 maybe or 27?
21, bro.
21?
Against the Niners. That was a game that Rather threw 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns, yeah. God, that's terrible.
So these are their scores on offense for the season. I'm just going to give you the numbers. 20, 26, 13, 19, 26. Okay, sorry. Their highest is 26. I lied. Their highest 26 against the Giants. But that 7 of that came off a fumble return.
Right.
26 against the Giants, 19 against the Patriots, 14 against the Bears, 3 against the Bucks, 10 against the Rams, 17 against the Panthers last week.
Like,
nigga, that stink, bro. That
stink, bro. That stink. And, hey, Kellen Moore, like, I don't want to hear it, bro. You know, like, Sean Payton got Bo Nix, who's been playing a lot of ass football, but, you know, come third, fourth quarter, been able to get some points on the boy. He put up a lot of touchdowns and stuff like, man, let's get some points, bro. And, you know, like I said about the Panthers game, like you said, you know, they won in spite of, like, Shough looked good in spite of Kellen Moore. That score should have been like 31 to. They should have scored put 31 points up in that game. I just feel like points were just left.
That score doesn't indicate how badly outblown and outplayed the Saints played against the Panthers in that game.
Right. So that's what I need Kellen Moore to do. Match the flow of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? If your team is dominating, go dominate them. Lay that dick down, bro.
Please.
Go put some points up, man.
You know what Luke say?
Luke said it, bro. Ain't got no swerve, bro.
Mark said we are ranked 30th in the NFL right now in points per game.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense, bro.
I just read you those scores. Like, yeah, like 100%. There are only 32 teams in the NFL. One last thing as we close this out, I wanted to ask you. So, with right now, the Saints have the 4th overall pick in the draft. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The 3 teams ahead. So it's Tennessee. As of right now, it's Tennessee, the Giants, and Cleveland. I still tweeted this. Like, the best outcome for the Saints is that if Shough shows to be like a guy, and they still somehow end up with the number 1 overall pick. Like, that is the best case scenario, because then you can control literally everything. Because right now,
but it's looking so unlikely though now, bro. It's looking
they not.
I looked at the Titans schedule. Ooh, they not winning no more games, bro. The best chance they got is against us. That's their only chance. Other than that, they're not winning no more games this season, bro. Like, none. So they most likely will be picking number 1 overall, which is like, you lucky son of a. Because they don't need to get a quarterback, so you know they're going to trade down, bro.
They don't need a quarterback, and neither do the Giants. So, for the
I'm
Saints,
hoping the Giants get some wins. The Jackson Dart, he looked like he about to shake back. Get 2 more wins. Y'all can get 2 more, huh?
With Coach Dash, they can get 2 more, bro. They can
get Dash out there, man.
Dash out there, bro. He was out there cooking the Packers for a little bit, bro. He'd be all right, bro. Listen,
then there's the Raiders. Raiders look awful. Like, they look.
And right now they're picking 6th, but we have the same record as the Raiders, and they play in the AFC West too. So,
dang.
But I'll say this: if Shough shows to be a guy, like a dude, like you don't like a dude that you don't have to squint with when it comes to like knowing that going in 2026, you're good to go. And the Saints end up picking 5th or 6th. It's not a bad place for them to pick, especially for a player like Caleb Downs. They're not going to be in the. I would guess probably not going to be in the Reese conversation if they're picking 5th or 6th. But for a player like Caleb Downs, or if you look at this wide receiver room and you say, all right, we can go get a Carnell Tate, a Jordan Tyson. That's the range. That's the range where like that drafting a player like that makes sense. Or maybe I don't know if they would. Maybe they like Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But my quick thing on Jeremiah Love is my argument against it would be you were seeing what it looks like when a running back does not have a good offensive line in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I would have a lot of concerns of investing a top 10 pick into Jeremiah Love with how the Saints are currently constructed at their offensive line.
I completely agree. Takes a certain type of running back. We'll get into his evaluation at some point.
We will.
But, and then like, we're going to see how like the draft really plays out, because when I look at like mocks and stuff, there's not a lot of offensive line in the first round. And that's going to change. Like that's going to change. Like once teams really start digging in, offensive tackles are going to start moving up. Hopefully not for us, but for other teams, they're going to start moving up. And that's just going to push more talent, more juice, hopefully, down. You know what I'm saying? If we are like a team that's picking like 6th, I feel like in my heart of hearts, our range is going to end up between 4 and 6. That's where our pick range.
4 to 6, 4 to 7 sounds like exactly where they're.
It just feels like that's what it's going to be, bro.
Yes.
Please, not 9 or 10 or nothing like that. Please.
So, bro, after this season, year,
bro,
picking 9 or 10. No. And
then we had that one for like a couple of weeks. It was like right there, like
I don't know, bro. I still don't trust Kellen's head coaching ability, bro.
I don't at all.
So, I don't know, bro. Because
I see some people like, man, we about to run the table. I was like, man, on this team? Like, I don't watch this team.
Someone said that in the chat. Someone said Tyler Shough about to win 7 games straight, bro.
Nah, bro. This is still an ass team. Like, make no mistake. Even if Tyler Shough ends up being like a dude, It's still an ass team. Still an ass team, bro.
Ass team. Still our team, though. Anyhow, we appreciate y'all
Amen.
joining. We have 42 concurrent viewers on watching right now, so we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. For the Patreon and YouTube members, speaking of the draft, we have a special guest coming on tomorrow, so that is going to be a Patreon only, YouTube member only episode for the first month. So we're going to record it tomorrow. It's going to be up. It's going to be put up tomorrow, and then for the first month with our guests, only going to be Patreon only, YouTube member only, and then after that, we'll have a general release after a month of it being Patreon only, YouTube member only. So perfect time to become a Patreon, patreon.com/SaintsBlockParty. You can do it for starting as low as $1 a month, or you can become a YouTube member, which starts at $4.99 a month at the lowest. So definitely we're going to be talking draft tomorrow with our special guests, but we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Sunday for the Saints Falcons recap pod, for the live stream, all that coming on Sunday. Falcons Hate Week. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.